With those results, of course, we have our next round of 16 fixtures lined up very nicely. The first one we know, Poland finishing second. They'll take on France, who topped Group D, and that's despite losing 1-0 to Tunisia in Wednesday's earlier game. A stunning effort from the North Africans, but many questions for Didier Deschamps and his team, especially when they thought they'd equalised with just seconds left on the clock. Selina Sykes has more. She was at the Education City Stadium.
After impressive start to this World Cup, Didier Deschamps decided to make some tinkering to test the depth of his French squad. He made 9 changes from the starting 11 that featured against Denmark, though France's B team struggled against an impassioned Tunisian side, roared on by a sea of Eagles of Carthage fans at Education City Stadium. It was a lively start from the Tunisians, especially down their left wing. They tested Disallowed on his debut in a French shirt and also his first time playing at right back. There were a lot of firsts, in fact, in the French defence, with Real Madrid midfielder Camavinga playing at left back. Also up front, Coman, Kolo and Guendouzi were given the nod, though they failed to create any concrete chances. In fact, France failed to have a single shot on target in the first half. It was the Tunisians who looked far more threatening, with Khazri looking very threatening up front. He had a goal disallowed for offside early on, and it was Tunisia's veteran player who got the goal that all fans had been waiting for, their first and only goal at this World Cup in the 58th minute. A great shot from him after Fofana gave away the ball in midfield, the stadium erupting into wild celebrations. Didier Deschamps then decided to throw on some big guns to raise the bar, with Mbappe followed by Griezmann later on. The Atletico Madrid striker thought he'd salvaged an equaliser for Les Bleus in the last minute of extra time, but it was ruled out for being offside. So a historic win for Tunisia in their first competitive game against France, though it still sees them eliminated from the competition. And despite the loss here this evening, Les Bleus have qualified for last 16 in the top spot, though there are some questions being raised over the depth of the squad for the reigning World Cup champions as they head further into the competition.
Selina just mentioned there that last-minute offsides rule against Antoine Griezmann, ruled out his 98th minute equaliser. Can you just explain why it was ruled out? The referee had blown the full-time whistle.
Yeah, well, first of all, they can come back to a decision with VAR. The only issue is now that they already started playing again, and then he blew his final whistle. And normally, if you follow the rules, that's a new situation, so you can't even come back to the VAR decision. Then you can even discuss the VAR decision, because was Griezmann offside? Yeah, he was offside during the first ball, but was he really participating in play? Okay, well, at the end, it's not really of that matter, because Tunisia is not going through and France is going through. And to be honest,
it's the principle, though, isn't it?
It's the principle, and if you look straight at the rules, he shouldn't have disallowed this goal. Honestly, France deserved to lose today, but that's an whole other discussion.